AJ Buck, how you living?
Living pretty good. And watching Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, it's a thing of beauty right now to watch these quarterbacks execute these offenses. The Bills probably are up there with my favorite offensive scheme to watch. I love what they do, getting their players in space, getting multiple people involved. And then when you have a quarterback of that caliber, that athleticism, able to execute it, it's unbelievable.
Of all the quarterbacks in that draft, and who was that draft? That was a really big draft, right? That was who else was in that draft? Because it was Josh Allen and Justin Herbert was in that draft, right? No, that was the year later.
That was Tua
And
Kyler Murray.
All right, so
Joe Burrow, excuse me.
Who was in this draft? Because I'm looking back at this and I'm like, there were so many questions on Josh Allen, and I get it, right? And this is so uncertain. And this is why we always say go back and judge a draft 2 years, 3 years later.
The Baker Mayfield draft.
And who else? So Baker Mayfield went 1.
Baker Mayfield went 1.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold went 3. Josh Allen goes 7.
Isn't that crazy?
Josh Rosen goes 10.
And it's just amazing.
And Lamar Jackson was last pick of the first round.
Wow. All right. And you sit there the day after the draft, and every talking head in a tie tells you how great this was or how bad this was. And I don't know if he can throw the ball. He might be able to throw it over the mountains in Wyoming, but his accuracy rate is so low, and his IQ. Okay. All right. And that's why he took Baker Mayfield 1. I watched Baker Mayfield, and, I mean, he looks as done to me as Matt Ryan just this last week. I know he's not. But that's why it's so uncertain. And then Jalen Hurts, the guy that I watched win the other game last night, was drafted in the second round, right?
Yes.
It's so unexact.
Hurts got such a bad rap in that draft.
Yeah, he did.
I was disappointed when he went to Philadelphia because at the time I was like, oh, he's just going to go there, back up Carson Wentz, isn't going to get his opportunity. Well, here you go.
He got his opportunity, didn't he? And they're still talking about every quarterback in the draft there in Philadelphia and what they're going to do next year and how they're going to upgrade at that position. I don't know.
They got it.
He went 26 for 31, threw for 336, ran for a couple of touchdowns. He looked pretty damn good to me last night, didn't he?
Yes.
Vikings had no answer.
All right.
Vikings, and I still think the Vikings are good, okay?
So do I.
And you get
Let's overreact week 2.
Well, all right, you go, because this is your beat. I'm going to tell you, I think you get good Kirky games and bad Kirky games. And last night, Kirk Cousins wasn't very good. But it wasn't all on him. I thought they, catch the damn ball. Their defense wasn't very good. They gave up, 323 yards in the air, another 163. That's basically 500, almost 500 yards in offense. You're not winning.
And then when we started to force turnovers, we gave it right back to them. It was awful. And I understand Justin Jefferson being the target, but why do we have to throw to him every time? I'm like, calm down. It was just bad all around.
And he was being guarded. I mean, look.
Darius Slay.
Darius Slay had a night.
Very, very great night. Owned him.
You targeted him 12 times, Irv Smith 8 times, and Thielen 7 times.
And catch the dang ball.
Well, I mean, he dropped it right in the bucket. That was a play after Dalvin Cook dropped the screen. The Vikings did nothing to help themselves last night. Like
Absolutely
that game, it was relatively, I want to say relatively competitive. I never felt the Eagles weren't in control. Did you?
No, you're right. It never felt like Minnesota was getting back in the game. And we'll highlight the Irv Smith drop, which is bad. But last night is also the reason we can't all buy into Kirk Cousins.
Right.
Because under pressure,
Absolutely.
under fire, and he looks lost. And I get it. It's a team game. But I'm looking at that Kirk Cousins and going, am I going to trust this guy in a playoff game in this atmosphere? When the pressure's coming, things aren't great, 100%.
This might be a playoff game.
And he's throwing the football on the ground. He's not able to make plays.
Well,
that's all. I think that's the thing we're always sitting there with Kirk Cousins. When the pressure's on, when it's coming down, can we trust this guy?
Well, and he makes some really good throws into tight windows at times too, right?
Yeah, it's like Jekyll and Hyde, man. It's
in the same game.
Yeah, because when he started that no huddle, he got his dad pants on. He just started leader. I was like, all right, here we go. All right, and then no, and then
then he chucks it to a guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, what is going on here?
So of all the 4 teams I watched last night, and I hear constantly around the Eagles, oh, that's a great quarterback draft, and of all the 4 teams I watched last night, I mean, the Titans, the Ryan Tannehill thing is going to end soon.
Malik Willis
But they got
time.
Malik Willis, so they're going to give that a chance. Your team's the one who's got to be looking at the draft for a quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of all the
we
four
have-
teams that I watched last night, the one that's going to need a quarterback moving forward the most is probably your team.
Okay, but what I'm
Vikings.
excited about is that we have this coach now that'll probably draft. I probably trust his drafting more than.
All right.
Well,
Yeah, he
done
hasn't done
before.
anything to not trust him yet.
I know that's what I'm saying. That's where my optimism lies with new coaching era.
All right. So I'll give you my takes coming out of last night. The Bills are as good as we thought they were, maybe better.
So good.
Okay. The Bills are as good as we thought they were, and they might even be better. The Eagles are better than I thought they were. I don't know how good you all thought they were,
I think they're good.
but the Eagles are nice. And it's crazy to look at that division. And the Eagles and Giants are 2-0. Cowboys are 1-1, and Washington is Washington 1-1. Did they win the first? No, they're 0-2, right?
No, they beat.
But they won their first week. Yeah, they won their first week. And all of a sudden, there's only 2 losses in that whole division. And Monday night, Cowboys and Giants has a little bit more juice to it than maybe you thought it would, because the Giants and Brian Dable are 2-0, and they're playing some defense. And to me, the biggest issue with them is Saquon looks like Saquon, right? And it's amazing how one guy can get a whole offense going, because all of a sudden nobody's crying about Daniel Jones. I haven't heard one person yet, not one anywhere. Maybe that doesn't mean it hasn't happened, but I haven't heard anybody tell me how Daniel Jones stinks yet, because they're running an offense through Saquon, and all of a sudden
It
he
wasn't
looks decent.
good on Sunday.
Nobody tells me he's great. I'm not telling you that.
No, Daniel Jones is not, through 2 weeks, hasn't done anything where that team's not going
Right.
to chase a quarterback next year.
Of course, 100%, and they're going to chase a quarterback next year. I mean, you can go through this thing, and you got a pretty good idea who's going to chase a quarterback next year already, and they're going to be one of them. All right, we got a lot to do. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. That's how to get here today. You can send text to that same number, or you can call it. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com, JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. On the Twitter, JJ's a great follow. It's _JJ Buck. And on the Facebook, it's the OD in the AM. You can watch the show there. Adrian's producing on Comcast Channel 26. It's with ProView Networks, and of course you can watch it on our Facebook page. Coming up here in about 6 minutes, Jerry Kill is scheduled to be with us, the New Mexico State football coach. Aggies, I believe, JJ, if I'm not mistaken, are favorites this weekend at home against Hawaii after coming off that big loss last week. New Mexico State is a 5-point favorite at home against Hawaii this week. Does that surprise you?
No.
Okay.
Why is bad?
Okay. I mean, 5 points.
But both teams have been beat by power conference teams.
Yeah.
Now you had the Western Kentucky in there.
Yeah.
Beat Hawaii worse than Nevada. Beat
Western
them.
Kentucky did?
Hawaii?
Yeah, I guess that was Western Kentucky, yeah. Western Kentucky almost beat someone. They almost beat Indiana this weekend. They had Indiana beat, and then they didn't. So that's what we're going to do for you. We're going to get into the big signing for Lowell basketball. Jaden Toppin, a 6'8" power forward, committed to UNM basketball yesterday. That's a big deal for Richard Pitino and Lowell basketball moving forward, so we're going to get there. 2 Lobos honored on the football side by the Mountain West Conference as Players of the Week. So we got a big show for you today. Glad you're with us on a Tuesday. When we return, we will get into the Aggies and looking forward, because that first 4-game stretch is behind them. Now let's settle in. Jerry Kill, their football coach, is next on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
When we looked at the schedule this season, and Jerry Kill said this at the beginning, let's get through these first 4 games. Nevada, bowl team last year. Minnesota, Big Ten bowl team. UTEP, bowl team. Wisconsin, really good Big Ten bowl team. Let's get through that, and then things will level out. I'm not telling you get easy, but here comes Hawaii this weekend. In fact, the Aggies are a 5-point favorite at home. FIU after that, New Mexico after that, San Jose State. So that's what, and then UMass. So that's what the next week in October look like. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. Aggies were on the road last week in Wisconsin. Lost at Madison 66-7 to the Badgers. Their head football coach, Jerry Kill, joins us this morning. Good morning, Jerry. How you living?
I'm just glad to be out of the Big Ten. I guess they made a decision on Monday that we didn't belong in the Big Ten, and we're moving into our non-conference play, I guess.
I think that's crap. I mean, if they let SC and UCLA in, I mean, you'd be a good travel partner for them, and you could use the check. You should go into the Big Ten, too.
Yeah, well, we've been in there and got our ass kicked, so I think we have to excuse the language, but it was tough. There's no question about it. Saturday was embarrassing. I've had one of those in my lifetime. When I was at Minnesota, we got beat 58-0 by Michigan and at their place. And 2 years later, we played them again, or 3 years. And then we turned around and beat them at their place and got the little brown jug for the first time in a long time. So it's one of the things where, you try to find out what's come good out of all this. And I guess the biggest thing up is we physically have had, we lost probably one guy for this season, maybe 2. But other than that, during that schedule, that's only 2 we lost, which tells me our strength program with Coach Klein's done a hell of a job because we were outmatched like 30, 40, 50 pounds up front. And so we need to play. We need to play some spread teams, that spread it out and don't run it down your throat. But it is what it is, and the kids. We had a good meeting yesterday, and you just go back to work and you say you got an 8-game schedule right now, and that season's over with, and you got an 8-game schedule, and now we need to take what we did. We did. I mean, we had some kids play good, and and that's hard to believe in a game like that. But we had some kids. We had a freshman tackle, a freshman guard who hadn't played. In a game like that, shoot, they weren't intimidated at all. They played well. Our center played well. Our guard, our offensive guard was hurt, so that was a struggle. And
Jerry, you saw this coming. You when we had dinner in Destin back in May, you were talking about what the schedule looked like. You told me then, look, the first 4 are going to be tough. You're taking over a program. You knew where the program was. You knew what the schedule looked like. When you talk to your team now, I'm going to guess you had a similar conversation with them. Does it almost is this almost like a reboot now this week? I mean, not that its schedule gets easy, but it's not that. And you're done with those 2 Big Ten games. Is this almost like a reboot for you and those kids?
I think so. I think you're right on. I mean, I think it's one of those things where, you tell kids is that, you're out. I did. I said, you're out of the Big Ten Conference now. And so we're going to play good football teams, but we're going to play a lot of teams we'll be playing here in the future. And in Conference USA are going to be very similar. And so with that being in mind, now we get to evaluate, really who we are. We got to evaluate against UTEP, who we're going to play playing. They're going to be in our conference. And, we played them right down to the wire. And we played Nevada right down the wire, and then Minnesota and Wisconsin just kicked our butt physically.
Sure.
And to be honest with you, I think they were number one. Wisconsin was number 1 in the country in defense after Georgia in the bowl game, and then Minnesota number 3. And then and then defensively, we're just outmatched physically. I mean, you can't. That's why I'm surprised we didn't get more people hurt, to be honest. But, again, that credit goes to the kids. They are playing physically tough because they've had to.
Jerry Kill is New Mexico State's football coach. Aggies in Hawaii down in Las Cruces on Saturday.
Jerry, you mentioned, one of the other things with this schedule is you can find out who's going to play. You can find out who's going to step up in those moments. What did you learn about your team from these 2 games in the Big Ten?
Well, it's the first time that, and you have to watch the film. You can't watch TV on it. You watch the film. It's the first time that, we started, however many people started, 2 freshman offensive linemen on the left side, and then a sophomore center, and then a couple older kids, and one was hurt, so it was hard to evaluate him, and then our right tackle, who's been here for a while, that we flipped. And I thought that their technique and fundamentals against, even though they were outmatched at times, we were able to run the ball at times. And I thought there was improvement there. We did not play good at quarterback. And those kids admit it. We got good kids. They didn't play the way they're capable of playing. We got to get better play. And Starr continues to be impressive, and we put 10 games in late in the game, and we were wanting to know what he could do, and he looked good, and then Armani really looked good. He ran the ball inside and outside, so that was some pluses. Our freshman receiver continues to do well, and but we got too many drop balls from some people that shouldn't be dropping them.
Yeah.
And until that stops, that's a problem. We've had it all year. And we can blame quarterbacks all we want, but we've had a lot of catchable balls that have popped up.
No doubt.
And so that's from we're getting good play out of a lot of young freshmen and sophomores right now, which is good right now, and they're getting thrown in there in the fire, and then you look on defense, and they did a good job because they took our best player out of the game. That was Selden playing nickel, and they went double tight ends and 12 personnel. That takes him, most people are not playing that personnel anymore.
Right.
So it took one of our better players off the field, and so that hurt us with what they do. But he's played well all year. Keyshawn, true freshman, played shoot most of the game, and he played well. As a true freshman in there with the other two linebackers that are experienced, and we didn't play well in the secondary for the first time, and a lot of it was a lack of communication. A lot of it's things that we can fix, but that's the first time we haven't played well in the secondary, and that was a little bit disappointing, but I know that Melvin and his crew will get that fixed. But a lot of it was not athleticism; it was flat mental bust and basic things that could cause you that. And you're playing in a road and you can't hear as well. But those are all excuses to me. We didn't play the way we were capable of playing at that position, and then defensive line wise. Or, I think that, the thing that stands out there is it's really hard to evaluate when you're 30 or 40 pounds lighter than they are. Yeah. And they're so long. And so I think we get, that's where I come out of it is that, I can tell in recruiting what we need to do, for one, because we're not going to recruit the same guys Wisconsin is and all that stuff, but we got some guys on our team that, are very capable of playing some places and so forth, but certainly don't want to talk about that. But I think the big thing is that, we got to get up front, both in offensive line and defensive line. We got to get bigger, longer, and stronger. And we knew that since we've been here.
New Mexico State coach Jerry Kills with us on the opening drive. Sorry, Jerry.
So that's the deal where we gotta get fixed in the off season, and then continue to build depth. But it's we got a kicker that is. I think he was the MVP of the team last year, and he's just struggling.
Yeah, I was supposed to be down there for that, and I got caught in traffic, and I apologize for not making practice last week to work on that.
But I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him, and I just talked to him a little bit ago. He's got he had that hip surgery, and he kicked early good, but I don't know, there's something that's there that's just a little bit irritating, with a kicker. That's an issue.
Well, you made a change. Is that permanent? You went to Brett Money?
No, I don't know what I'll do. It worked, for where we wanted, what we needed to do. But I'm not going to give up on the kid. But I got to see what with his injury and stuff, where he's at, and then we're punting the ball well. But overall, I think that we got an education, and we got as hard as education as anybody in our level of football.
Yeah, you do.
Right now. And, and I wouldn't feel okay. Score don't matter to me. You get to beat 10-3, it don't matter. You still lose. So, you lose, you lose. But I think the Nevada and UTEP game helped us a lot.
Well, that's right.
Knowing what we need to do to beat those people.
So what about Hawaii coming in? You look at this now. It's a completely different thing. They're struggling. They won their first game. They beat Duquesne. Do you prepare differently? Do you prepare mindset wise? Do the kids look at it differently?
You know what? I don't. But you know how kids are.
Yeah.
Kids are kids. They look at what schedule and they know they're playing Wisconsin, and they're probably going, "Oh shit," And then I tell them, "Hey, I'll find out what kind of player you are against them. You're going to sit in there and battle, or you're going to bow out." But, there's some know our schedule, what it was the first 4 games. I can tell them all they want. So, we get back to a deal where, at least we have the opportunity. Doesn't mean we're going to beat Hawaii. Doesn't mean we're going to beat, whoever's down the road, because we got to get a hell of a lot better. But, at least gives us an opportunity, to get back. We're not playing Minnesota and Wisconsin. I guess that's the best way to put it.
I guess last thing, here you are 4 weeks into the season, now going on 5. I know you'd like to be more probably settled at what you're doing at quarterback, and you're going back and forth because neither guy's really just taking the reins. Now probably one of those guys has an opportunity to figure out who your quarterback's going to be moving forward, right?
Yeah, well, we hope so. You must have been in a meeting. I mean, somebody's got to step up, But again, they've been playing Wisconsin, Minnesota, and then when we played the first game, Gavin came in, put a spark in the second half, and then up at UTEP, Diego came in and made a spark. So, I mean, hey, sooner or later, somebody's got to take that damn thing over, and we got to roll. And, that's another frustrating thing. Somebody step up. Let's go. And, and shoot. It's Weston came in third and towards the end, and, he wasn't playing against the first team, but the operation of the team seemed to speed up. So I mean, it's a hard thing right now. Somebody's got to step up and say, hey, and we got to make a decision too, whether it's right, wrong, whatever.
Yeah, but they got to give you something to work on to make a decision.
They got to give us something.
Yeah.
So this week in practice, we're gonna find out and then go and see what happens. But I think we can help that whole bunch. We have to be able to run the ball. We have to play Jerry Kill football.
Well,
the thing we probably did wrong as a coaching staff is this: when you go play Minnesota and Wisconsin, you don't think you can do what you normally do. So you have to, do some unique things. Just try to move the ball. And I did that my first year at Southern, and we went 1-10 or whatever the hell it was, and then we turned it around. But I said that first year after I go, no matter who we play, I'm not doing this crap again. Well, turn around and do it 2 times, because you're trying to not get, you're trying to find a way to win a game. Everybody says you can't win it, but you're trying to. Yeah. That's the competitive nature. Well, we got away from a little bit of what we want to be. And, I don't care. I said, if we don't get 5 yards or 4 yards or 3 yards on a run or 6 yards and we punt, we're going to do what the hell we know.
Well, go get it done on Saturday. Yeah, Jerry. And it'd be good to be home. It'd be good to be out of the Big Ten. Appreciate the time as always. We'll catch up with you next Tuesday. It's the Aggies and the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, 6 o'clock at Aggie Memorial Stadium. Good luck on Saturday, Jerry. Thanks for the time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, be well. Jerry Kill. You got the rundown there, man. I mean, you got it all. They got to figure out so much. JJ, getting through those first 4 games, and look, he said this from the time he got there. Let's get through those first 4, and this is like a reboot for them, isn't it?
Yes.
They get Hawaii, FIU the next 2 weeks. Let's figure out what they're all about. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This message brought to you by the New Mexico Department of Game and Fish.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of
All right, you trusting the Aggies 5-point favorites this weekend? Aggie fan, come on in. That was your coach. A lot there. Hey, Marie, what did
we received a phone call during Jerry Kill's interview, and this guy was like, I need Jerry Kill to come over to my house right now and sit down and talk to my son.
So funny. It's so good. What did he say? We need more people like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need more people like Jerry Kill.
Well, there was there was a lot in there. Obviously, I think there was some good things in there. What Jerry basically said is, with JJ, it sounds like they lost one, maybe two players over the first four stretch, which it was one of his biggest fears going in. Is we're not deep enough to lose players, and especially on that line. He's playing freshmen at Wisconsin, true freshman at Wisconsin on the line. And yeah, they got beat 66-7. And I don't know what you expected. This isn't Western Kentucky established program. This isn't Appalachian State. This is a program that's been down kind of at the bottom. Well, I don't know, kind of. I mean, it's pretty much at the bottom of FBS, right?
Dude, that's why the spreads are what they are. This isn't surprising. You're going to go get your doors blown off at Minnesota. in Wisconsin. The only reason the Minnesota game wasn't worse is they didn't have as many explosive plays. They took their time, ran the football, ran the clock out, got out of there, and Wisconsin had some quick scoring drives. And Wisconsin is a team that like we don't need to slow down right now. We just need to get our guys some confidence and roll through that entire game. And Wisconsin is better than Minnesota. That's what happens.
Yeah. No, look, this was going to be ugly. Give them, in a couple years, can you compete? I don't know, maybe. They're going to Conference USA. They're a team that's been independent and struggling. They'll play Hawaii and UMass and FIU. Like, Hawaii's struggling really bad. The Aggies are 5-point favorites this weekend. Okay, that's how much Hawaii's struggling right now. They beat Duquesne this weekend, I think, by 10. Now put them up against that kind of competition.
Does it surprise you? No, look at the Nevada game.
I'm a little surprised.
Look at the UTEP game.
Yeah. They played well with Nevada and UTEP. Yeah, they were right in those games.
Hawaii is very bad right now.
Yeah, they were right in that UTEP game.
They are right there with New Mexico State in terms of what they have to do to rebuild the program.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll get a good look. I know 5 games in he wants to have a quarterback. Right? I think by now he figured somebody would separate themselves, and neither one of them has. So now, I don't know who he's going to start. I'm going to guess he'll start Pavia. Wouldn't you guess? I don't know who the hell is. I mean, I don't know. A lot of those Pavia, I look at the Pavia balls, and I think, are they hard to catch? Because they're bouncing off dudes and they're interceptions. But, all right, here we go.
No, they just need to, at some point, even in a tough environment, make the play. They had a ball go right off a receiver's face mask into a defender's hands, and it was a pick six. And that's not one where, it's because you're playing Wisconsin, it's because you're playing Minnesota. It's like it's a running back in the flat. Give a catch.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. You can get in on that. Aggie fan, looking forward to your response today. Is now you kind of get through that stretch, and now you can go play a season, right? Now you can go play a schedule. You get Hawaii and FIU and New Mexico and San Jose State and the University of Massachusetts and Lamar. You do have a trip to the SEC in Missouri late in the season, and then Liberty. So the next 6 games you feel are games in which you can compete, right? Is that all you're asking for? I'm not telling you you're going to win any or every of them. Any or every of them? I'm not going to tell you you're going to win any one of them.
You got
or every
2
one.
in the books that you competed in.
Well, you competed. Yeah, you compete against. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be able. You saw UTEP. You lost 2013. Can you compete with New Mexico comparatively? Yeah, I think you can. You can compete with Hawaii, FIU, San Jose State, UMass, Lamar. Yeah. So go see what you're all about. All right. There's a lot of other stuff going on. The NFL last night. I want your reaction on what you saw. Watching the Bills, Titans. You guys, I know I made this comparison. I don't recall the last time I watched an NFL game. Or maybe there was one last year. Where I felt like I was watching a Big Ten team beat on a lower level independent team. Right? I mean,
it had that feel. It was
didn't it have that feel last night?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And Buffalo, I'm so excited for this game this weekend. Buffalo and Miami.
Yeah.
But I still think Buffalo is in a tier by themselves.
I agree with that.
In the AFC.
How far back do you think Kansas City is? Defensively, I think they're back there a little bit. Offensively, I think they can compete with them. Although the other thing about Buffalo is their freaking defense is really good. Like their defense is stout.
Legit.
Up front, they're good. In the back end, they're good. They do everything well, except for I'm not sure how well they run the ball.
Yeah, short yardage is weird for
Yeah.
them. They were last in NFL in short yardage situations last year. They struggled again this season, which doesn't make a lot of sense. It's like, yeah, Josh Allen, he's willing and able to get you a yard.
Yeah.
And they can't seem to handle those situations well.
Yeah, they do all that.
But they'll just drop back and throw up 40 yards to Stephon Diggs.
Well, and they finally got the tight end involved yesterday.
And Gabe Davis did not play that game.
Yeah, that's right. They were without their second best receiver. Yeah. And they were without their second best
And they're
receiver.
just like, we're going to run a fullback screen to this guy that no one has ever heard of. and he's going to make an amazing play for a touchdown.
That's right. Because they can. Because they can. They're that team right now.
Ken Dorsey shooting up the boards.
Go pick him
On
up.
teams like,
Yeah, go pick him up, huh? Ken Dorsey.
Ken Dorsey.
Don't do that. Or do it if you want. All right, when we come back.
Keep an eye on him, Denver.
Louisville basketball got a big commitment yesterday, and it continues to add to what Richard Pitino is building. Louisville basketball is next month. Next month they're playing basketball. So we'll talk about the commitment that the Lobos got on the basketball side. 505-246-0610. It's yours the rest of the way as we go through a Tuesday, and you can now react to a full week 2 in the National Football League. I ask you a lot who's watching your home, because someone's watching your home. It's the good guys or the bad guys. For me, it's the good guys because I've hired IPS and they've worked and watched my home for years. International Protective Service protects homes and businesses throughout our area because property crime is on the rise, because the officer shortage continues to be a significant issue, and IPS is out there protecting what you've worked so hard to build. Back in 2006 is when this all started. Aaron Jones, who's from Albuquerque, built this company to protect homes and provide security for Fort Hills residents. Now, all these years later, homeowners, business owners all over Albuquerque trust IPS to protect what they've worked so hard to build. Aaron is passionate about making Albuquerque a safer place to live and work. They watch your home, watch your business with highly trained guards, 24-hour patrols. Call them and find out what they can do for you. They'll install alarm systems as well. It's affordable home security. 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420 or online at ipsglobal.com.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
And JJ Buck on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
So a couple of weeks ago, it was during the Boise State game, the Friday night game. There was kind of a big hullabaloo, something to do. What's the word I'm looking for? A big something to do down on that southwest side of the stadium. Global Basketball had a recruit in town. And I was, did you see that guy? Did you see Jaden Toppin? He was pretty impressive. Jaden Toppin yesterday went on his Twitter, 6'8" power forward from Oak Cliff, Texas, announced on his Twitter that he is committed to play for Richard Pitino and the Lobos next year. So that's their first commit for 2023. And JJ, you know how I am with the commits. I mean, let me see him come down the ramp and let's see what they look like. A young man who had offers from, amongst others, Arizona State, George Washington, Tulsa. Feels like it's a 3-star recruit, whatever the stars mean to you, but this feels like a pretty good get for him.
Length.
Yep.
6'8" with a 7'1" wingspan. That's what you're looking for, length and athleticism. And you say good job, good effort, and we'll see you when you're on that bench.
Right.
Because that's a long time in the recruiting world to wait around.
Well, so he said he will sign in November in the early signing period. So that's 2 months away. Now, what happens between then and now? He gave a verbal commitment. He went on the Twitter and he said he's committed. So good get. If you're going to sit here and judge Richard Pitino on what he's done recruiting wise, and obviously you're going to judge him on what the result is on the floor, I will tell you this offseason feels like a really good recruiting season, doesn't it? I mean,
Absolutely.
The team he put together in short notice, it got decimated, the bigs, but your backcourt is as good as anything in this part of the country, correct? With
Yes.
Mashburn and House and KJ Jenkins and Javante Johnson and the young man from, why am I forgetting, from Orange County?
Donovan Dent.
Thank you, Don. I knew it was a DD, and Donovan Dent. And then he went out and filled the holes, it looks like, in the front court with 2 bigs. Again, I've been doing this for a lot of years, man. There's been a lot of recruits' pictures in the newspaper that haven't panned out. When he comes down the ramp in a pair of shorts is when I start to get excited about it. But this feels like a good get to me.
Yes. On paper, you're checking the boxes of a young player in the front court that's going to develop, that has really good upside defensively with that length and athleticism. We'll see what the coaches have to say about his offensive skill set, where he's comfortable playing, what type of player he is. But this is what you do. You have to mix finding a few freshmen that you can hit on and develop with players that are going to come in and play right away.
Yeah.
This is the world for everyone. This is the world for the big dogs in college basketball, and this is the world that you have to live in if you want to compete year in in, year out. And it's being able to find a couple players to develop, but also guys that are going to come in and play right away. And that's what Richard Pitino was able to do with the front court. You have two pieces that you're not waiting on, Josiah Aulick and Morris Udeze.
No, it's
like there's
now.
no development. It's like
It's
you
now.
start and you play right away with that backcourt. And that's why there's a lot of excitement. The hype and the expectations should be high for Lobo basketball this year.
Well, and that's why it is high, and that's why Lobo basketball fans are excited. You feel like you've got a terrific backcourt. Jay Allen Tovar gets to grow, become better, and probably play in a more natural role. And then Josiah Allick and Morris Udeze get to play in the front court. And now all of a sudden you feel like you've got a complete club that can go out and compete in this league and compete beyond this league. And that was what Richard was tasked with. And look, I would argue with you, and then maybe Emmanuel Quach comes back and gives you what he was giving you before. I would argue with you that the team was not constructed poorly at this time last year. When you talk about the bigs who were there that didn't pan out, that whether it left the team or got injured, I would tell you that I know how rough of a year it was because your whole front line got wiped out. But when we sat here a year ago now, I don't think the team was constructed poorly. They got decimated by injuries.
And there, when you kind of have enough of the foundation and people see what you're doing, then you're able to add impact players right away in the front court, getting two guys that have played 4 years at Division I level, and that's going to be the game changer for Lobo basketball.
All right, you can get in on Lobo Hoops. The number's 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. We'll get back into the NFL coming up at 8 o'clock and look at the two games last night. Louisville football yesterday, two players recognized by the Mountain West Conference. Rico Hanna was honored as the Defensive Player of the Week. Rico Hanna had, and you listened to what Danny Gonzalez said yesterday here on our show, and he said he was everywhere. But he had 3 tackles, the interception for the touchdown, a forced fumble. He was named Defensive Player of the Week, and A.J. Halsey, who had an interception and that forced fumble where he tracked down Tyron Smith at the goal line and forced a fumble, which I thought was a game-saving, and that's too much, but certainly game-altering. You don't think it's
I don't think that's too much at all. Second play of the second half.
Yeah.
And you're staring at a 76-yard touchdown.
And momentum just completely shifting.
Yes.
George Carter said, and if you haven't seen the play, Tyron Smith gets loose down the left side. He's by himself. He's the UTEP receiver. He's gone. It is going to be a 76-yard touchdown. He is gone. Rob called on the radio. I called on television. It looked like a touchdown. I mean, he was in. He kicked the pylon. A.J. Halsey comes from the other side of the field, a freshman who was playing because Tavian Combs was out with an injury. So A.J. was getting the opportunity, making the most of it. And tracked him down from the other side of the field. And I do believe Tyron Smith led up. And as George Carter was saying on the broadcast with me, the former Lobo, you got to put the ball in the other hand. I mean, it's Pee Wee football. He said, you're coached. You put the football on the sideline side. You don't put it on the inside where a guy can come knock it away. And he didn't. The ball was on the inside, and A.J. Halsey came out of nowhere, knocked the ball out at the 1-yard line off the player Smith, hit the pylon. It was a touchback instead of a touchdown. And now all of a sudden, what are we looking at? A 17-7 game? Is that what was the score at that point? 17-0? Turns the game around. You get the ball back. They get nothing. That's one of those plays I think you show for years. Don't ever give up.
It was 20-3.
It was 23, so that would have made it 20-10.
Yeah.
But that's one of those plays when you talk about don't ever give up. One of those things you'll show that forever, won't you?
Yes, you will.
So he earned Mountain West Conference Freshman of the Week. All right, when we return, we'll get back into the NFL stuff. So what did it all mean? Now that Week 2 is decided, who's real, who's not? Cowboy fan, what do you think about your chances? There are 2 teams in front of you. The Giants and the Eagles are both 2-0. You get one of them this week. Bronco fan, I'm listening to a whole lot of noise. I was on TJ's show yesterday. He was asking me about the Broncos and talking about that, and Bronco fans being really concerned. And they're not letting up on Nathaniel Hackett, are they? the new head coach up there. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, A. Marie, and Adrian. Glad you're with us on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Now, voted the best sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. This is the opening drive with three-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Bond.
Now, you got bonus football last night. You were pretty fired up, weren't you? You got home. Probably the game was on. You were listening to the Sports Animal, listening to the football before you even got home. 2 Monday night games to watch. They even broke out Steve Levy and Louis Riddick to give you a game. You got 2 games last night, and after the weekend you just saw, we're all thinking, oh, yeah, buddy. I mean, did you see what I watched? The great games of Raiders and Cardinals. I know Raider fan. It was a great game. It wasn't the result you wanted. Dolphins, Ravens, Jets. I mean, everything you watch. Sorry you didn't get that last night. Not every game can be great. Sometimes you get a blowout, and sometimes what did we get? A blowout on a domination? What would you call last night? One was utter domination, and the other one was control.
Yeah, it never felt like Minnesota was going to get back in that game. In Philadelphia, from start to finish, in control. We're going to talk about, we're going to highlight Irv Smith drop, which let Kirk Cousins down. But that moment last night is why I think so many people still kind of have that hesitation on Kirk Cousins. And it's, things aren't always going to be great. You're in the fire. You're under pressure. What kind of plays are you going to make? And he did not make any good plays. And he got to a point, I get, in the second half they're chasing the game.
Too many chances, though.
But he's forcing so many throws.
All right, here's what you had last night. Bills beat the Titans 41-7, utter domination. And then the game you're talking about, the Eagles beat the Vikings 24-7. So Kirk Cousins is nice. He's going to get you fantasy football points because he's going to chase them late in the game. Tell me if you think this is too extreme, because after 2 weeks, I am watching, there's some teams with elite quarterback play who have separated themselves from the teams that have good quarterback play. Buffalo, Kansas City, dare I say the Eagles had elite quarterback play this weekend. And I'm not telling you that Tua is elite, but I'm telling you the way he played on Saturday Pass was elite. The separation of quarterback play, the only exception is Lamar Jackson. I don't think Herbert was great. He threw the pick 6 for 99 yards. I thought Lamar was terrific. With the exception of Lamar, the teams that you think are the best teams are the teams right now that are getting quarterback play that is above and beyond everybody else. Is that too extreme?
No. There's a reason that everyone is on Buffalo to just run away with the AFC right now.
There's teams
Starts
that you
Josh
think
Allen.
are good that you're going, all right, like I think the Vikings are good. But I watched their quarterback last night. I'm like, now it wasn't all in their quarterback. Look, they got drops. Their defense didn't play well. Like there's a lot of issues with Minnesota.
It was all around.
I look at Dallas. I say, wow, their defense is really good. Their defense is really good. They're 1-1. They got good enough quarterback play. I look around the league.
Yeah, the NFC East is not decided yet because Dallas, their defense,
2 weeks in,
is going to give them an opportunity
100%
to survive this stretch where Dak Prescott is out. And Dak is going to create more plays through the course of a season than Cooper Rush will. And you get to the second half of the schedule.
Look,
competing with Philadelphia.
When Dak went down, and you said 4 games, you're like, they're going to be lucky to win 1. They had the Bengals, the Giants, the Commanders, and the Rams. Those are the 4. Bengals sure as hell weren't one of those games you thought they were going to win. Vegas had them as a 7-point spread. A 7-point spread in the National Football League is huge. Cooper Rush is undefeated as an NFL
Cooper Rush, primetime against the Giants.
Uncle Time.
Let's go.
That's right, Uncle Time. Undefeated. Never lost. Never lost. They may beat the Giants. Who you got? You got the Cowboys or the Giants in New York or Jersey on Monday night. Who you got?
Right today, I'd take the Cowboys.
I'm going to take the Cowboys too. Cooper Rush against Daniel Jones. That's my prime
go.
time Monday night matchup. Cooper Rush versus Danny Jones.
I think it's going to be very similar to the game we watched the Giants play against the Panthers.
17-10, boys and
Bunch
girls.
of field goals, not a lot of explosive plays.
Well,
and who's the best player on the field?
Saquon.
Micah Parsons.
Well, all right.
It's not Saquon Barkley.
I don't know, man. Saquon's playing really well.
It is Micah
I love
Parsons.
me some Micah Parsons. And I think he's terrific. Saquon's pretty damn good, too.
He's number 2.
Yeah, well, and they're going to get to go at each other. Well, they'll be on the field at the same time. Yeah, I got the Cowboys, too, next week. And all of a sudden, look, that win is so big for them, psyche-wise. Don't you feel like they stole one, right?
Absolutely.
You feel it's like the Dolphins feel like they stole one at Baltimore. When you go in and you get that one where maybe it didn't look like you were going to win, or you didn't think you were going to win. And as much as you want to tell me, Mike McCarthy, that Cooper is more prepared than anybody's ever been in this offense, and Cooper Rush is prepared for this, and not one of you believed him. And I don't know how many people in the locker room, now maybe they did. Maybe that locker room buys into Cooper Rush and they love him. They see him every day and they think he's great. I'm going to guess when Dak goes down, just by the look on Mike McCarthy's face when they told him on the field. Remember that shot after the game last Sunday night? Remember at the end of the game and you watched it and the doctors came out and you just saw, did you guys see that shot where he just, like he just deflated? Like what more can go wrong? That tells me how many people in that room thought that Cooper Rush was going to lead him to victory. Now, I don't know if he'd led him to victory. Their defense did. But he did enough. He didn't lose that damn game, right?
Great point.
He was the quarterback that won the game. He's the only one that gets the win or loss, doesn't he? Undefeated. Never lost. I'm not telling you go pick up Cooper Rush in your fantasy league or go make him your number one pick. I'm just looking around at two quarterbacks who you didn't think were going to be quarterbacking. Won football games, Cooper Rush and Jim Garoppolo. I'm just saying. Quarterback play is so vital. Really, Jeff? Tell me something I didn't know. No, what my point is, it's become so the elite of the elite, but
no, that's why teams are chasing those guys every year. That's why you're giving up multiple first-round picks to acquire Matthew Stafford, to acquire Russell Wilson. That's why you're taking shots at the top of the draft. Guys, I don't know if he's elite, but we got to get a quarterback, so we're taking him number 1 overall. We're taking him at number 3 because that's the one position that can flip everything for you faster than anything else. Still a team game, yada, yada, yada. Be good in the trenches.
If you weren't with us early on, we had this conversation when it came to Josh Allen. The two quarterbacks picked before Josh Allen in that draft, was it 3 years ago?
2018.
All right, so that's 4 years ago.
Are on the same team?
They're on the same team. About ready to get their coach's ass fired.
Yes.
Baker Mayfield went number 1. Would Sam Darnold go number 3?
Yeah.
Josh Allen went number 7. And Lamar Jackson was the last pick of the first round.
So funny.
We sit here, and this is why, in JJ, for years, I wasn't draft guy. And I kind of got more into it over the last couple of years because the television, the production that is. But I'm so lukewarm on it because as much as it decides the future of franchises, you don't know the answer that day or the day after or the Monday after. As much as we sit here and think we do and read every article about who won the draft and listen to every talking head with a tie on that tells me who screwed up and who did right. Because if you go back and listen to what was said about Josh Allen, and first of all, I do remember this. I do remember you were on Lamar Jackson and Deshaun Watson, for that matter, way more than everybody else was. I do remember everybody shaking their head when Baker Mayfield rose to the top of the class. Sam Darnold was the guy. Sam Darnold was the guy in that class. And Josh Rosen was going to be the guy the year before. Josh Rosen's the one who slipped. He went, 11th in that draft? But I do remember the conversation when Baker Mayfield jumped to the top of that class. And we're all sitting here going, what don't we see? And the Browns got him, and he became a personality, did really good commercials, and now he's losing games at Carolina. And Josh Allen was the guy, his completion percentage is down, and he played the competition he played at Wyoming isn't very good, and he could throw it over the mountains in Wyoming, but he's not going to be a good quarterback. Okay.
The development of Josh Allen is unbelievable. You don't see quarterbacks do that. There's just a lot of guys that can throw a football really far, that are good athletes. But for him to put it together, for Buffalo to continue to give him the time to do that is impressive. Because how many of these guys, not just a year in, but 8 weeks in, are, to your point, Jeff, these franchises are like, yeah, maybe he's not the guy. Need to move on.
But nobody knows. Yeah. And we sit here and we talk about it and analyze it, and it's like recruiting classes. We used to have this conversation with Rocky forever. Let's come back in 2 years and take a look at the recruiting class. It's the same with the draft class. Come back in 2 years, take a look at the draft class, and tell me who won. Go back now and look at the draft from 2018. Tell me who won. I'll tell you right now, the Buffalo, I don't know who the hell else they got in that draft, but I'm going to tell you that they won because they got that guy. and he is fantastic. 505-246-0610. When we come back, Herm Edwards got fired on Saturday. Did you see how it apparently went down? Lane Kiffin got gas on the tarmac at the airport. I think this one was even more cold or ruthless, or, well, you decide the word. We'll get into that next. 505-246-0610. If you deal with chronic pain, you're going to understand what I'm talking about here. Do you have chronic pain? Do you have just joint pain, hip pain, back pain, shoulder pain? You are sick of it. If you do, I know you're sick of it. Thankfully now, there's a better way to deal with things. It's available right here with the medical experts at QC Kinetics. We're talking about new therapies here. Advanced all-natural biologics. These are regenerative treatments which can restore and repair damaged joint tissue. This will provide you lasting relief with no drugs, no surgery, no downtime. May I repeat myself, please, so you hear it? Lasting relief with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader when it comes to precision regenerative medicine. They have over 100 clinics across America, and literally, they have thousands of satisfied patients. People like you and me, also some elite athletes. Emmett Smith, Tiger Woods, Brooks Koepka. So if you've got joint pain, knee pain, hip pain, shoulder pain, don't just listen to the stories and be told the old ways are the only ways of dealing with the pain. They're not. You need to learn more about these new biologic therapies that can change your life. Get a free second opinion. It's a free consultation with the medical professionals at QC Kinetics. Call them now at 505-226-8688. 505-226-8688. That's 505-226-8688.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Next in line,
News is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Weeks ago, Scott Frost got fired as the coach at Nebraska. The Cornhuskers lose to Georgia Southern, and then the next day they fire their legendary former quarterback, who everybody wanted back there. And there's so many names out there. Matt Rule seems to be like the leading name for everything, and he still has a job in the NFL. The former coach at Temple and Baylor, and now the Carolina Panthers. It's the opening drive, Jeff, JJ, and A-Marie and Adrian. So Saturday passed, Eastern Michigan, who is a MAC team, a decent MAC team, went into Tempe and beat Arizona State by double digits. And Herm Edwards was fired. And now there's other things going on there. There's an investigation going on there, and they're not winning. Did you see the video where apparently, and well, it's not apparent that it's the AD and the president. It is the AD and the president. But as Herm Edwards is coming off the field with his officer escort, he saw the athletic director and the president and went over to them. He could have walked straight past them, gone into the locker room. But he walked over to them, and I don't know what said it. JJ, is that real? Did he get fired right there? Did they fire him on the field before he
No
got
one
to the locker room?
has confirmed that he got fired on the field. Like everyone just
Nobody said no either.
Yeah. What I think has happened is they're like, all right, Herm, we got to go have a conversation real quick.
What it was, hey, when you're done with the team, we all need to go talk, and he knew what was going on. So you don't think they
It was
said,
probably
hey,
like-
you're done. Go
So to simplify it, yeah, he's probably essentially got fired there, but I don't think both of them walked up and said you're fired.
You're
It was probably like, it's going down. Let's.
Yeah, we need to talk.
like,
Don't go home to your
like,
your family
let's
tonight.
Get things in order.
We need to talk tonight.
Let's address the team real quick and.
Yeah,
Get
we
this
need to
figured
talk
out.
to you after this is all done. And so he knows he's done. Whichever was, man. I mean, look, Lane Kiffin got fired when the team got back from where it was. It was Arizona State, wasn't it? I want to say it was Arizona State that beat the tar out of SC. And they went back, and he got fired on the tarmac. Pat Hayden fired him. The report is right there on the tarmac at LAX. Now, Lane Kiffin seems to have done okay. He's failed upward a little bit, huh? He went and made a ton of money
Got
at
9
Alabama.
lives, man.
It's amazing. Do you remember when he was the coach at the Raiders? And I still don't know if he was good or not. Okay? And the late Al Davis and him got into it over, do you remember who the player was?
Jamarcus Russell.
As we talk about drafts and how uncertain the drafts are. The number 1 overall pick in the draft was Jamarcus Russell. The Raiders picked him. He was not a good quarterback at the NFL level. But Al Davis wanted his coach to play Jamarcus Russell, the quarterback. I think he was running guys out there like Marcus Tuiasosopo and whoever else. And Lane Kiffin didn't want to play him. And remember Al Davis's whole thing, Jamarcus is a great player. Get over it. Deal with it, right?
Yep.
You got to play with Jamarcus Russell. And he was wrong, and he fired Lane Kiffin over it. That's what got Lane Kiffin fired with the Raiders. And then he got this bad rap, and then he went to SC, and then, I mean...
Wasn't he doing a presentation with, gosh darn it. What are those things? Overhead, not an overhead projector, but the old school one where...
The overhead projector?
That's overhead projector?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm so used to just calling the
Yeah.
projectors that. Where he's sitting there and he's like, let me put this on the overhead projector for y'all. pull down the screen like you're in history class in 1980.
And what did he do? What was it?
About like the letter and stuff. But Al Davis was like, sir, we've created PowerPoints. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it is, man. You know what you know, right? You know what you're comfortable with. You get the point, damn it. Jamarcus Russell is a great player. Deal with it. It was just amazing. But that's how uncertain the draft was.
Better statement from an owner. Deal with it.
How do you feel? How do you feel with the AD and the president just being there right on the field? I mean, is that fine? Should they have waited for him? Should they found him underneath? I mean, just doing it right there for everybody to see it and have this thing go viral. I don't care if you like Herm Edwards or not. Most people seem to. It seems a little jacked.
Well, we don't know.
All I know is he got the video.
He got fired.
Yeah.
Did they fire him in that moment?
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily look like they did from the way Herm Edwards
He knew
was
it
like.
was coming.
He knew. Yeah. So if they just, I don't have a problem if the AD and the president. That was a situation where like, hey, it's going to be a tough conversation. It's going down tonight. Go address your team, and then we'll talk.
Right. I just don't like the optics of it. And maybe they felt they needed to. Maybe they didn't think about it. But it is. It's everywhere, and it looks like the guy got fired right there on the field. All right, 505-246-0610. We're going to get more into the NFL, the Herm Edwards stuff, in what it means, what you watched last night. Football League, Bills fans. I got a bunch of emails and correspondence already from Vikings fans that I want to get to you. We have a sweet deal for you this morning because it's Tuesday and it's going to go live on our website. Go to sportsanimалabq.com right at 9 o'clock this morning and take advantage of this. Click on the sweet deal icon. And today's sweet deal is a one-year membership at Crunch Fitness. So it's a $199.50 value. You're going to pay $199.50. The value is basically $400. Keith is here from Crunch Fitness. Good morning, Keith. How you living?
I'm living wonderful. How are you guys
We're
this morning?
bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and ready to excel. Appreciate you stepping by.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you.
Well, so you say our gym is your gym.
Yes.
What makes Crunch Fitness different than the rest? And because this is obviously an insane deal. I mean, basically it's under $200. You get your whole year's membership. So what does it include, and what makes your gym our gym?
Our gym is your gym, exactly what you just stated. Our gym allows you to bring a guest every single time you come in. It allows you to do our group fitness classes, yoga, Pilates, Zumba, cardio, Thai box. This one also includes our boot camp classes, an area we call the HIT zone, high intensity interval training. We have tanning salons, hydro massage. What we have is something for everyone, and we have the ability with our one-on-one professional assistance. Our trainers will take you through every step of the process to help you hit all your goals. We also have a transformation challenge. Everything we do is catered towards getting the member the results that they desire. You know, myself, I got into this fitness industry because I had a major health concern over 20 years ago. And I've stayed with it because I saw massive progress. I overcame a lot of my ailments, and I try and impart that to everybody. Everybody that's a part of our team has that exact same feeling. Everybody got into it to better themselves, and they try and inspire others.
I will tell you this. If the fitness industry doesn't work for you, you've got a future in this industry because you've got, and we've been doing this for how long? That's the best damn voice that's ever sat here
the best
and done one of these sweet deals. You got the best voice, period.
Well, thank you.
You want a job here?
No, I appreciate it. Getting up this early in the morning would be havoc on my life.
Really?
I'd be coming in holding my eyelids open with toothpicks. It would not work well.
We do that as well.
I've been told I'm too ugly for radio, but
No,
I
I've been
appreciate it.
told I've got a voice for newspaper as well, so I understand. Jim, so as people are saying, all right, that sounds really cool, Keith. Like, okay, but is it in my part of town? Where are you?
Here's the best part. Right now, we're located in Wantabo and Lomas, and I state right now because
that's my part of town.
Then you're going to be coming over. I'll see you this afternoon.
I know it went. It's the new place. It's right there. I know exactly where you are.
We're going to be opening multiple more locations in Albuquerque. One thing I didn't state is that we've been in business over 30 years. This location is 4. There's over 400 Crunch Fitness around the world, Australia, Puerto Rico, Spain. We're everywhere.
So if you get this sweet deal and you get
Yes.
a Crunch Fitness membership and you travel,
Yes.
does your membership travel with you when you're on vacation?
Absolutely. If you go to Australia, go and check out our gyms there. You go to Spain, go and hang out with Cristiano Ronaldo, who's one of our franchise partners in Spain. So how much better does that get?
I don't know. It's a soccer guy. I mean, I'm kidding, kind of.
Have you seen that man at 38?
No, I know. Look, I get it. Obviously, Crunch Fitness is working for him. All right. Sparkling Clean. The gym's not only.
I forgot to mention one thing.
Yeah, please do.
We have a transformation challenge. I have
Yeah,
no
wait,
idea.
you said that. What does that mean?
So it's a $10,000 prize. There's going to be a winner selected that's going to earn $10,000. And I have to say earned because we're not just arbitrarily assigning, hey, you're the winner, you're somebody I like, you're my friend. We're going to be having somebody, we're rating it off a transformation, not weight loss, overall transformation. Now, when people come in, they can come right up to the front and grab myself, grab our manager, Wes, or Sammy. By the way, those two, incredible human beings. When you guys come in, you're going to be able to meet our management staff. We're going to introduce you to the rest of the staff. You're going to feel like you belong, and we're going to introduce you to the rest of the members. We're all in this together.
Been doing this for a lot of years, man. You're the best there's ever been. All right, so I want to do your job as well as you could do mine. This is amazing. All right, go. So this is going to go hot on our website right at 9 o'clock. What's your website so people can check you guys out?
So you can go to crunchalbuquerque.com.
That's CRUNCH, Crunch.
Yeah, I misspell Crunch. I never misspell Albuquerque. It's kind of funny how that works.
It's kind of funny how that works.
And then we have our Instagram, Crunch Albuquerque. We have our Facebook, Crunch Albuquerque.
See what they did here?
I don't know how to work Instagram, so I just go with Facebook. I'm in that
I'll bet you have
45-year-old.
people who know how to do
Yes.
that. I don't. What if somebody once told me I don't do that, but I know people who do that.
I've tried to do it.
All right, here's where we are. Crunch Fitness is your sweet deal today. It is basically a $400 membership for $200, and at $200 for the year. Did you break that down by the month? You can do the divide 200 divided by 12. Well, I'm telling this, you can tell them that what it is a month, but you get a full year's membership. It is your gym, group fitness classes, dedicated group fitness classes. Crunch Fitness is famous across the globe with over 400 locations and 20 years in the industry. Go to our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Click on the sweet deal icon, and 9 o'clock is when this thing goes hot. I know you did the math. What is it per month?
It's about 60 cents a month, or 60 cents a day. Excuse me. If it was 60 cents a month, I wouldn't be in business. But yeah, 60 cents a day. I mean, how do you beat that? You just don't go to Starbucks a couple times a month, and you got your whole gym membership.
You can even
and
still go to Starbucks a couple of times a month if you want to.
Well, I know I'm going to.
Yeah, I know you will.
I will every day.
Pleasure, Keith. Best
Thank
to
you
you.
so
Thanks
much.
for coming by.
Thank you.
It's a great voice. I mean, I'm a little jealous of the hair. I got hair envy and voice envy now. Opening drive, coming back on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Brought to you by Day of the Tread.
Join us for New Mexico's Day of the Dead-themed bike ride in Fort King.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are
a good time.
Ah, the rating spike, Jeff.
Yeah, that's right. He was wearing all his orange stuff.
How's he feeling?
He's cranky.
Yeah, I would be too.
He looked like Brownie the elf.
Oh, he didn't look like a pumpkin?
Well, okay. He had his little orange hat on, his little orange Chuck Taylors on, and Brownie the elf, the new mascot center
I think he
midfield
sabotaged us
logo.
all, by the way.
Who did?
TJ.
How?
With that seed sack competition. He's doing so everyone grows a pumpkin, get TJ's seed sack.
Mm-hmm.
No one has been able to grow pumpkins other than TJ.
Is that right? I saw candies. It didn't look good. Did you try to grow a pumpkin?
Yep.
How's your seed
It's not going well.
sacked?
None.
None?
None.
They give you crappy seeds? Well, I mean, I'll tell you what, if nobody can grow a pumpkin, it's going to be hard to do it again next year. Just saying. All right, let me get you some of your correspondence. You've been coming in at 246-0610. That's area code 505-246-0610. That's on the text line. Emails, Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com, JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. This one says, please tell Jerry Kill that he did not play Nevada and UTEP down to the wire. Those teams both led him wire to wire. They, I don't know, man. If you've got the ball in your hand and you're driving and you're in plus territory and there's a minute whatever to go, isn't that down to the wire? Define down to the wire. I mean, they play UTEP. Yeah, they were trailing the whole game, but didn't they have the ball down 20-13?
Down a touchdown in the final minute?
Down a touchdown the final minute with the ball at the 30-yard line.
So maybe if you don't want to say wire to wire.
He said down to the wire.
Down
Did he
to
say
the
wired?
wire.
I don't think he said wire to wire. I think he said down to the wire. I mean, I don't know. How else do you define down to the wire? Having possession in plus territory with a chance to tie it or go ahead with a 2-point conversion. I forgot to ask him again if he would have gone for a 2-point conversion. How else do you define down to the wire? Isn't that it?
Seems down to the wire.
Last minute, you got the ball in plus territory, down by a touchdown. The Nevada game, they played them tight. I mean, I don't know if
Tight
it was
is
down
a better way to phrase that one.
Whatever. But obviously, he doesn't like Jerry. Some of the names that he called him in there that I didn't read. Bruce says Craig Thompson equals Dirty Jerry. Jeff, last week on this award-winning show, the commissioner said at 66 he wasn't ready for the new challenges facing the Mountain West Conference. Well, Jerry is almost that old, and the obstacles at New Mexico State are even greater. Jerry is 60. I think he just turned 61. Let me explain something to you. Okay? Jerry Kill, as much as you guys are banging on the way he sounds and whatever, Jerry Kill's got plenty of energy. Okay? I know he's got a draw, and he sounds a little tired, and it's 7:15 in the morning.
Unlike you, Brian Kelly.
Yeah, it's like family. I know he sounds a little tired. This is a guy who's survived stage 4 cancer twice. The fact that he gets up in the morning and goes to work, I think, is something pretty impressive. But I get it. He sounds a little tired, and he's got a drawl. And so to you, you're using some of these words that you're using that I'm just not going to, honestly, I'm not going there with him because I've sat with Jerry, had dinner with him, I've spoken with him a lot, and he's not senile, he's not tired, he's not over the hill. He's 60 years old, and in fact, getting this opportunity, I think, rejuvenated him. Now, is he 32 and have that youthful energy? No, and he's not going to tell you that either. But I don't give a damn who you are. I don't care if you're 32 and the hottest hotshot, and you have that team and that schedule, you're going to be right where he is. Now, he goes a little bit into detail when he comes on here and tells you about every position, and that's fine. But he's got a draw, and if he sounds whatever, I'm just not buying into this guy's too tired and doesn't have the energy for it. Are you?
No, he knew what he signed up for.
That's right. Knew what they were getting. Richard says, hard to prepare, Jeff. Talking about Lobos. This is a tough game for the cheerleaders and chaparrals to get ready for. There's no one on the scout team that can simulate the talent they'll be facing at LSU on Saturday. It's a big crowd, and it's on Saturday night down at Baton Rouge, Death Valley. How many Death Valleys are there and Clemson? All right, HB says, fake news can't help being fake news, Jeff. I thought the urinal article on attendance was very misleading. First of all, except for Labor Day weekend, attendance is always higher when the weather's warmer. You can't compare prior seasons with chilly fall, late post-time contest factored in. Then the Chihuahuas is like mini New Mexico State. Saturday, the number was inflated with 2 to 3 fans, cheerleaders, and band from El Paso. I don't even understand what you're telling me. What was inflated? What was fake news? I don't even know what you're telling me. More attendance stuff. I'm just so over the attendance things.
God.
All right, what'd you do to Bourne, by the way?
What did I do?
Yeah. Did you and Bourne have a thing going? Like, I don't know.
Who's Bourne?
Well, okay.
Ooh.
Are the opening drive's new most hated teams the Vikings and the Colts, Jeffy? I can't tell you how much I enjoyed watching them both get blued out this week, and I think this is going to happen more this season. Those are your two teams, right?
I mean, I support. It's not my team.
That's your team and your team-in-law.
Yeah, of course, I'm gonna support him.
What'd you do to him?
I have no idea, and I don't know why. Are we like a threat? Like, who's he a fan of?
I don't know, man.
Oh well.
He's a fan of whoever is playing the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it was weird, huh?
Well, okay.
Yeah. All right, he enjoyed it. Just so I know.
Is that
Just so
like
you
an
know.
X or something? Like I don't know who this
Ooh,
just coming
how
out.
many- you got a bunch of X's running around this
No,
town?
I actually don't.
I mean, you got a few.
No.
None? You grew up here.
I know. I didn't date in high school.
Really? All right. Now your dad probably was really happy about that.
Isn't that funny though? I just didn't. My mom like convinced me it was pointless.
Is it?
That's what she said, and I just believed her.
All right.
And then I was gone for 18 years, so they're
Yeah.
all in New York.
So all
and
your
LA.
exes are spread all
Yeah,
over
they're
North
all
America,
there.
but they're not here.
Yeah, they're not here.
All right, my exes are Minnesota, New York, and LA, but I'm not here.
I mean, you can listen to this show all across the country, so who knows?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, Born, I don't know what happened, but sorry that the not so good Vikings and Colts really get you going.
How discouraged are you with the Vikings? Because I'm not
I'm
ready
not.
to give up on them. That's
Oh
a
my
bad
God.
loss to a good team on
Good
Monday
team,
night.
new coach, new era. I just think the fan base, they're not patient and just like calm
Who is?
down. Like no one's patient. I mean, whatever. Let's bring on the Lions, which I don't think is going to be an
Is
easy
that where you
game
get
either.
the Lions next
Yeah.
week at home?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I know. I
Lions
can't wait.
score points, man.
Yeah.
That's a
I know. I'm really excited about that game.
should be fun. 'Cause
Yeah.
The Lions are all of a sudden going to sit there and go, "Hey, we have something to say about this.
Hey,
You
the
should start
NFC
talking
North.
about us more." I still think Minnesota's.
We're going to be fine.
I picked Green Bay.
I do too.
To win that division. I think Minnesota is still going to be right there to the very end.
Of course.
Because the Packers
That's
have
what we do.
lingering offensive issues.
I think there's two good teams in that division that are very similar. I think it's the Vikings and the Packers.
I just can't believe Twitter's like bench Kirk Cousins and I miss Mike Zimmer. I'm like, oh my gosh,
Who
it's
did,
one. It's one game.
Who beat the Packers in week 1?
The Minnesota Vikings.
That's exactly right. And then the Packers beat the Bears. Everything's
Like,
fine.
Well,
made them look bad.
Well, they made them look bad. No, I
The
understand.
Vikings made the Packers look bad.
Would Alan Lazard have made a difference in that game?
No.
Maybe.
We just came to play.
No, look, and that's what it is. And you were home.
The
and
Eagles
on the
came to
road.
play. I mean, the Eagles were ready to go.
I'm not jumping.
I'm not
to
jumping
week 2.
ship, but I still have a concern of tight game.
Yeah.
When it's not, hey,
think you should-
everything's set, we're running well.
Yeah,
Off
when
plenty of
schedule.
chances. Yep.
Can Kirk Cousins handle that?
Off schedule. Kirk
Absolutely.
Cousins.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's a legitimate concern. All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Baseball playoffs are right around the corner. One more team got in yesterday. I think a pretty good team and a team that can make a run in the National League. We'll get to some baseball stuff and what Aaron Judge just continues and continues and continues to do. The Pujols watch continues. Baseball's still really good as well. Bad weather's coming. Before it hits, like while it's perfect right now, call On the Spot Automotive Detailing. Get your car detailed. Get a fresh coat of wax on there. Ask them about the ceramic coating that they apply by hand, which by far is the best way to take care of your paint and protect it for years to come. On the Spot Automotive Detailing has this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful product. They detail your car better than anybody does, and they come to you where it's convenient, when it's convenient for you. So I don't know where they are. I don't know. I know they have a truck or 2 or 3 or 5 that come out and they detail my vehicle. When they're done, I go out in the parking lot and everybody's looking at my vehicle going, damn, that looks so cool. How do I get it? Well, I'll tell you how to get it. You call On the Spot Automotive Detailing and they will come out and detail your car inside, outside, around the rims, under the hood, under the seats. When they're done, it's like the day you took it off the lot. They offer a 10% discount to our military and offer you paint corrections and sap removal as well. So how do you do it? Oh, by the way, holidays are coming. Gift time. This is a great gift. A great gift. Schedule today. Call them at 505-859-2859. 505-859-2859 or online at otsdetailing.com.
This report.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Next in line,
is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
So you know where he used to work in radio. 95.5 FM KLOS. That's what I grew up listening to in LA.
So funny.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I told Carly, I was like, wow, he's a great voice right when you start talking.
Yeah, right. He's from Canyon Country. Opening drive, Jeff, JJ, A. Marie, and Adrian. 505-246-0610. 888-922-0610. Jason's in. Huh? Jason's in after the Aggies 66-7 crunch job at Wisconsin. Good morning, OD. Welp, that was a wobble-worthy result. Not much to say about that, except we'll drink a keg of booze till we wobble in our shoes. The interview with Jerry Stone Cold Killer was interesting. I know one thing. The more I hear him, the more he sounds like a guy that should be coaching at New Mexico State University. He fits the program. Written off the butt of jokes, had some success, but that success is seen as a while ago. Moving in silence, but always working. The next part of the schedule is navigable, so we will see where the program is in year 0 of the Jerry Kill era. On to Hawaii. Crimsonally, Jason. P.S. Jerry said something that flew under the radar, and that is the youth of this team, an implied idea of the specter of having their program rated by other programs. He did say something. He said, and I don't know if you heard this or it was kind of buried in there, JJ. He said, we got guys who could play at other programs, and then he kind of stopped himself and said, well, yeah, never mind, because he knows he could get rated.
Yeah. People will find that on tape if they're looking.
Well, yeah, Jerry said a lot today. Jerry said a lot. He also, Jerry was in a good mood today, considering where they've been, and I think he's in a good mood because I asked him, do you look at this as a reboot? Is this week now? You got through the first 4 weeks. Look, I told you this when I got back from Destin. I was at the Conference USA meetings. What was it, in May? And at dinner, was sitting with Jerry, and he was talking about it. He says the first 4 are brutal. He says he didn't want to have 3 of these body bag games. Minnesota, Wisconsin, Nevada was a good team. UTEP was a good team. Now we got through them, and now it's manageable. Now, I'm not sitting here, JJ. And I don't think you are saying they're going to win any, if not all of them. But they're much more alike, right? Their team.
They're 5-point favorites this weekend.
They're 5-point favorites this weekend. That's right. New Mexico State's a 5-point favorite at home over Hawaii. All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Emails, Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com. JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. Come on in. We'll get through the NFL when we come back because there were 2 games last night, and now you got the whole week is in the books. How do you feel about your team 2 weeks in? Opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Voted the best sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. This is the opening drive with 3-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Cindietta, and JJ Buck.
All right, so week 2 of the National Football League is done. You had a doubleheader on Monday night. Did you like it? Would you rather add one game and Peyton and Eli, or did you like having 2 games that neither one of them were really
I
close?
love Peyton and Eli.
They're good, huh?
It's so fun.
There, I saw something on the, I want to say on the Twitter yesterday. Maybe it was the Gram. I'm not sure. Did you see Eli went out and tried out
for Penn State.
as Chad Turner or something, and went out as put on a wig and tried out as quarterback at Penn State?
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
Well, he looks like he's 45
He
years
does look
old.
like he's
I know,
45
everyone's
years
like,
old.
what? And he ran.
Yeah, who's the old guy stuck in the 80s? Yeah. And it was like, what was the last team you played on? Well, I never really played competitively. My mom was my coach. Where'd you go to school? I was homeschooled. Get good grades? No. My mom was not very smart. She's a crummy teacher. It was pretty funny, no? But yeah, he looks like he's 45 years old. Because you know why?
Because he's old.
Isn't he about 45 years old? 40 years old?
Like, those are always... I don't mind those ones, but that one was really hard. Like, you're at a walk-on camp at Penn State, and you're trying to disguise yourself, and you're like, yeah,
Yeah, who's
dude's
the old guy?
40.
Yeah.
So what's happening?
No, all these
here?
other, they're like children out there.
Yeah, they're like 18-year-olds.
Yeah, yeah. All right, we got a lot of NFL to talk about. Want to make sure that you know that weekdays from 8 to 5 p.m. you've got a shot to win $100, and one person is going to win a grand prize of $25,000 when you hear the national keyword. Text that keyword to 95819. You're going to then be qualified, and good luck to you. Don't text and drive because, well, don't text and drive. 505-246-0610 is how to get in. Email says, congratulations to A.J. Halsey and Rico Hanna on Mountain West Conference Players of the Week. Lobo defense is outstanding and will give UNM a chance in every game this season, fighting ever. Will the defense allow them a chance in every game this season, including this week? Will they be in this gap? What's the spread? I'll get you a number. What number would make you think this weekend? Lobos at LSU.
Make me think?
What would make you think that, oh, maybe I'll take New Mexico in the number? What would be the number that would, what
High
spread?
30s?
It's 30.5. Is that enough?
No.
Lobos, you just
I don't think
they
they're going to be able to move the ball.
I'm going to have a problem scoring. The over-under is 45.5, so it's, what does that mean? They expect you to win 37-7-ish, 40 to 7-ish. Yeah, somewhere in there. All right, 505-246-0610. JT, good morning to you.
What's going on, my friend?
Where are you driving today? Where are you?
Taos.
All right, good.
Taos and beyond.
What's going on?
I only got, as a Cowboy fan, I only got one day to celebrate, the victory.
I'd celebrate all damn week if I'm you.
Because the Vikings, to me, I predict them to win the North, right? They look great,
When?
and they could do nothing to the hated Eagles that that I just cannot stand with every fiber of my being. So, I'm pissed off again, but oh well. It's just little old me by myself in the truck. I can scream as loud as I want to.
I guess that's the beauty of that, huh? You driving around
Hey,
in the truck all day.
before you got off yesterday, you were like, "No, I'm not reading these attendance stuff."
Yeah.
And I didn't get a chance to call, and I was like, "I'm going to give you a standing ovation, please. Please don't read it, any of that, okay?"
I mean, I've got
we were,
countless.
whatever we were in numbers on Saturday, we were loud, okay? And those are the true fans. That's it. That's fine. Whatever. But these clowns, yes, I say clowns, on their keyboards and stuff, complain but never do nothing about it. Okay, they don't do nothing about it, so they're not helping the cause. Let me just tell you, I'll make a bold prediction right now. Okay.
Yeah.
It's still going to be a game at halftime with LSU.
Okay.
It's still going to be within single digits. Okay, I said it here.
All right.
I mean, we'll probably lose, but it's still going to be a game at halftime.
Single digits at halftime. Okay, that's interesting.
All right.
Yep.
Wow, I got to go. I'm going to lose you guys.
All right, be
Have a
careful
great
out there.
day.
All right. So here let me tell you something. And there was a caller who said something really interesting yesterday, late in the show. The issue on the attendance, and it really got me thinking, JJ. First of all, I'm over it. Okay, it is what it is, and if you want to go. the fact that so many people have moved here, what makes a fan of a college football team? A, you went to that university, right? That's your alma mater. And B, you grew up with them. So people who don't go to SC but live in LA are going to like SC because they're really good and they're such a part of that town. If you grow up in Alabama, even if you don't go to Alabama, it's a big part of it. So many people are moving here, and so many people who grew up here are moving out. You're seeing that in the fan base. If you move from Ohio, if you move from Texas, if you move from California, if you move from wherever, you're probably your allegiance is going to be to whatever you grew up with your alma mater, and it's going to be hard for you to embrace the Lobos. A, because you don't know much about them, and B, you have another interest. There's a difference to me than like being a United fan. You don't have an allegiance to a USL team. I don't care if you came from Monterey or Louisville or whatever. If you come here, you're going to get into that USL team, right? That's the pro team. You'll embrace that. You'll embrace the Isotopes because whatever, it's Albuquerque, and do you really have an allegiance to a minor league baseball team? You don't, so you're going to embrace that. But on Saturdays, if your allegiance is to the Longhorns or to the Red Raiders or to the Buckeyes or to the Thundering Herd or the Aztecs or the Ducks or the Trojans, you may stay home and watch that, and you might not get into Lobo football. And so I started really thinking about that a lot, and I'm over it, guys. You can. All you want to talk about, some of you, not a lot of you, is the attendance. I understand that's what the news likes to tell you. It's a bummer. I'd love to see the place full 7 times a year too. I would, and part of me doesn't understand it, and part of me does. The games are fun. Like, you're not going to tell me they're not. The atmosphere around it is fun. People are in a good mood. I think they do a nice job with the presentation of the game. I think they do a nice job with the presentation before the game. But if you got something else to do, whether it's a state fair, or you wanted to go see the Queen tribute at Pope Joy, or you want to sit on your tuchus and watch the whatever game was on, SC game or whatever the game was on, okay. I've spent how many years behind this damn microphone listening and talking about attendance at Lobo football, and JJ, it's the same tired crap over and over again. And it's people taking such joy in it. I've never seen, and maybe this happens other places. And Amory, you've lived a lot of places. I've lived places.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen a place that takes such joy in pointing out that nobody's going to support something.
It's insane. I've never seen it. I've been all over the country, worked all over the country.
And
different levels, everything. Like, I've never seen it.
Yeah, and so for those of you who get off on that, that's cool, and I just don't understand it, and I'm cool that I don't understand it. But yeah, I get it, man. Attendance was down. I saw the stands just like you did. I will tell you again, it's not the only metric of success. It's the most obvious metric of success. I'm not telling you it's not important. It is important. But it is not the only metric of success of a program or of an event. Everybody who puts on an event wants to sell the place out. I want to sell every ticket for the New Mexico Bowl. I know I have. I get it. But the conversation, it's tired, guys. It's tired. And those of you who are going to tell me I couldn't go and the timing sucked and it wasn't right for me and it was too hot and too cold and too Saturday, good. Go do your thing, man. You don't care what I'm not doing, and I'm kind of over caring what you're not doing. And so I got your emails. I'm just not reading a bunch of attendance-based emails. If that makes you angry, sorry to you. Are you okay with that? I know you and I haven't discussed this in our pre-show meeting today, but
it's fine. To me, there's not a conversation to be had right now. We're not telling people to show up to an 0-6 football team. The base is 15,000 right now. If you're UNM, you're Danny Gonzalez, you keep pushing it, you keep calling people out, keep trying to get people to go. And at some point, it's not our job to every single day read the email from the same 3 people.
So Lynn says, you say you don't want to talk about attendance, Jeff, but you let Rudy C. go on for 3 minutes about attendance. Look, I know this is changing too, but I've spent 14 years on this show and many more years before that having a forum and pretty much letting people talk about what they want to talk about. I know that's changing a bit too. But yeah, Rudy's talked about attendance and callers have talked about. I'm just not reading the emails. That's all, Lynn. If that's what you want to talk about, if that's all that interests you about the games, I would argue with you that you're probably listening to the wrong format of radio. If all you want to talk about is the attendance, maybe news radio is where you want to go. I'm not looking to chase people away. And Lynn, I'm not angry with you. Rudy has come on and he's talked about attendance. Yeah, he has. As have others. But pardon me if that's just not the only place I want to go with it. If callers call in and talk about it, they're on the air, they can talk about it. All right. 505-246-0610. We talked about attendance too freaking much. When we come back, I want to talk about Jaden Toppin, the new Lobo big guy. And JJ, what that means as far as recruiting, what it means as far as basketball. How excited are you about a power forward with making an early commitment to Lobo basketball? That's at 505-246-0610. If you are in business, and I think all of you are in business, you know how important your computers are, how important your network and your remote access are to your everyday success. Well, ABQIT knows that as well. And they know most business owners want to know three things. They want to know their systems work, they want to know their systems are secure, and they want to know how much it's at the end of the month. ABQIT has created a business model with your business in mind. They will monitor your computers and network and keep everything operating. They watch for any activity that's malicious, and they protect your operation. And they do it all at one predictable cost. So do you get several bills now? One from the internet provider, one from a cybersecurity company, another when you want to buy new equipment? ABQIT does it all at one cost. No hourly rate or labor billing, no hidden fees or out-of-scope charges. Your rate will be predictable and will not change. Don't take your computer systems for granted. Work with the best, and that's ABQIT. Remember all the cyber break-ins, the people who've been hit, ransomware? Bernalillo County's got it. APS public schools have got it. Shut them down for days, cost them a lot of money. Can happen to you. Don't let it. And don't be naive enough to think it won't. Business owners, take time to get a free assessment from ABQIT. You won't have to worry about your computer problems again. Visit abq-it.com. abq-it.com. No more worrying about your computer systems when you do business with ABQIT.
Haters gonna hate.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am an Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
Five 505-246-0610. Who's the best team in the NFL? That's easy, right? Everybody says Buffalo. Everybody? Is there anybody who doesn't say Buffalo right now? Then it's Kansas City. Then, I don't know. Where do you get the Chargers? This is a name from the past.
I know.
505.
This week, blast from the past.
Yeah, no, it's good. Where the hell you been? Bruin James, good morning to you. What's going on?
Good morning, man. I moved back to the IE and here in Ontario, and I was thinking about you guys the other day when Troy Aikman made that statement about building a stadium on campus and stuff like that. And I was like, probably you guys just call you guys and give you a little insight on what's going on and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's up? Back in Ontario.
Were you one of the three
IE
people
back
at the?
to
Were you one of the 3 people at the UCLA game the other day? Oh, I don't talk about attendance. Never mind.
I was there, and the problem is that, I mean, people see a stadium, 100,000 people stadium, and they see it, and like that, it's kind of hard because people don't want to go to the game, and they're tired of being on the freeway all week, and on the weekend they don't want to be on the freeway again, so they don't go to the games, and then plus. UCLA is not in school right now. They don't go to school till middle of October, so it looks kind of like nobody's there. But there's a lot of things why nobody's there. You know what I mean? So people don't understand it. But anyway, he's right. Troy Aikman is right. They should build a stadium on campus, but where? I mean,
Well, yeah,
the campus
the campus is full. Yeah.
Yeah, it's full. So I mean, where do you build it at? So
you know better than I. I've been around the UCLA campus, and it's funny. I was there about a couple months ago with Addie, and there's just not. Where are you going to build it? It's all built up. And by the way, traffic getting in and out of there would be a nightmare.
Thank you. You would have going up Westwood Village. It'd be
Wilshire.
It'd be a nightmare. Yeah, right. You're right. And going to the basketball games is a nightmare. You know what I mean?
And now multiply that by a big number, right? Yeah.
So just thought I'd give you guys a call, give you a little insight what's going on. When the Rose Bowl is 100,000 or 90,000. Keith Jackson doesn't hold 100,000 anymore. Anyway, Yeah, and then you get 29,000 people in there. And, yeah, it's empty because the stadium is huge, you know what I mean? So,
That's right.
And they have the same problem at the Coliseum, at that place downtown. I don't know what they call it. Oh, the Yucca-seum? The Coliseum.
Where USC plays,
So anyway.
where your rivals play, where you got to
Uh-huh.
go once, where you got to go every other year to get beat. Yeah.
All right. Hey, guys,
See you,
now I'm going
James.
to keep in touch with you guys. A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. No, be in
Go
touch.
Bruins, but 4 up. All right, take care, guys.
Later. All right. It's a little drive from campus to get to Pasadena. I mean, it's a drive. And it is. You got to go from Westwood. You either take the 101 over, JJ, as you well know, to the 134. Then get in there. It's not easy. Troy Aikman's not wrong. Maybe that would help. All right. It's so funny. Who's the second best team in the NFL?
Second best.
Who's the
team
second
in
best team in the NFL? Come on.
The Chiefs?
It's got to be, right? You're not buying it? You buying the Chargers, even though the Chiefs beat them?
Philadelphia Eagles.
Ooh.
Wowsies.
You think they're better than the Chiefs?
Yes.
Okay, I don't.
The Chiefs have the better quarterback.
Okay.
I think the better overall team. Philadelphia. Right now, you're talking to me September 20th.
Yeah.
We have this conversation next
week 2.
Tuesday. Power rankings. Things change. Right now, give me the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right. I'll put the Eagles third. I'm going to put the Chiefs second. But all right, I'm listening to you.
So we're talking in the moment, or do you want future rankings?
I want right now. Who's the second best team in the
Philadelphia
NFL?
Eagles.
As of week 2.
All right. All right, I'm going with the Chiefs. Where are the Dolphins? How good are they? Are they a joke? Are they do you buy into the
Bills
Dolphins?
Dolphins this
Bills
week.
Dolphins is the game of the week.
Oh, man, I can't wait.
And what would be enough points to make you take the Dolphins? How many would you need?
Points?
Yeah, to bet the Dolphins. You think the Dolphins are going to win?
I don't think they'll win. They might cover.
All right. Would it be 3.5? Would it be 5.5? What do you need?
I think the Dolphins are strong number 3.
You know what the spread is for the
What?
third best team at home? What do you think what do you think it is?
Bills 3.5.
Hey Marie, basic better.
6.
Bills open up at 5.5. So that's the difference right now between what everybody thinks is the best team in the National Football League. Everybody, number 1 team, and this team that's up and coming and hot and Tua.
Because
This week, Chargers,
but then
Jaguars.
You have the unknown of Justin Herbert. Like, I didn't break a rib, but he got busted cartilage, and that's going to be uncomfortable.
You looked at next week's schedule?
I'm looking at it right now.
America's Game of the Week, Packers, Buccaneers.
Oh,
Aaron
last time they might
Rodgers-
play each other.
Aaron Rodgers,
For the love of gosh.
Tommy down in Florida.
Let it be the last.
Was Tom Brady maybe the last year in New England like ever looked this mad at everyone?
Well, it's amazing what your home life will do to your world. And if all the whispers are true, look, I mean, there's a saying. I always tell you cliches are cliches for a reason. As ridiculous and tired and worn out as cliches are cliches for a reason. Happy wife, happy life. Is your life happier when your wife's happy? Are you happier? If you got stuff going on at home that you're dealing with all the time, I mean, would you be cranky? I remember when I was going through it at the end, before I got divorced, it wasn't fun, man. I was probably a cranky SOB. Now, if all this is true, and now he's listening to it all, and then and by the way, his is being played out publicly, and then he's got to come to work and hear that crap every day, I'd be a little cranky too.
And no Mike Evans.
Oh, Mike
One
Evans is
game
out this week. Chris
suspension.
Godwin's out. They just signed Cole Beasley.
Wow.
Julio Jones already hurt.
That's his top 3, right? They're all out. Gronk's not there. Who's he throwing to?
Rashad Perryman is the pickup.
What do you think the spread is on that game? In Tampa, Buccaneers and Packers.
Bucks 2.5.
I was gonna s-
Bucks 2.5 is the number. That's right. You're right on it.
Defensive game.
The under. Yeah, it's 41 over-under with those two quarterbacks. 41 is the over-under. Highest number over-under of the week looks to be Rams-Cardinals at 50.5. It's an interesting game.
Fun game.
That's all,
Yeah,
all
that's
of a sudden
going to be
that
a fun
became
one.
interesting, huh?
Yep.
Cliff Kingsbury, like, I'm not fired yet, suckers. Not
That's
ready
right.
to go coach with Nick Saban just yet.
And by the way, I mean, I'm really shaky on the Rams. Really shaky. They got blued out by the Bills. Then open up. They look like the Rams against the Falcons and damn near let that thing get away. I'm really shaky on the Rams.
Almost blew a 28-3 lead.
Who the Niners have to play?
See that one?
Ooh, Niners
Sunday night football.
Broncos.
Sunday night. Jim Garoppolo, first start of the season. You're shaking your head.
Looks like Nathaniel Hackett, head coach. Jerry Jeudy hurt. Justin Simmons out.
So you're down 2 receivers because Tim Patrick went down before the season started. Now Jerry Jeudy. So it's Cortland Sutton and who else? Noah Fant.
KJ Hamler didn't play last game.
Yeah.
No offense in Seattle.
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, you traded Noah Fant when you
Albert
Albert O.
because
Yeah.
no one knows how to pronounce his last name.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm dropping passes across the middle.
Yeah, Noah Fant got traded. What am I, new? All right, 505-246-0610. I know I hit this going into the last break. We will talk about the Lobo basketball recruitment.
More delay game penalties or catches from someone not
All
named
right.
Cortland Sutton.
Over under, this has to be a prop bet.
Golly.
2.5 over under delay of game penalties on the
the over.
Broncos.
Oh
next
my
week.
gosh.
Is that a bad bet?
No.
I mean, that's got to be a prop, doesn't it? It's so bad when everybody in the most common people don't know the name of the new Giants coach, the name of the new Dolphins coach who's 2-0, the name of the new Saints coach.
This is one that
Everybody knows the name of your damn coach.
it's not just a fan base overreacting like what they do. It's the entire NFL world looking at Nathaniel Hackett and wondering, this guy know what a head coach does?
And he's
Does he
probably a
understand
good
the
football
job?
coach. He's probably a good football coach. He obviously
I don't
is.
know that.
Maybe not a good head football coach.
It's another guy that his dad was in the NFL.
Aaron Rodgers swears by him. They played cards together in the locker room, I heard. They're buddies. Did they go down to Central America?
This feels so much
Kick
like
some stuff.
Like what?
all the dudes that got hired because on the staff when Peyton Manning was in Denver. And they got jobs across the NFL.
That's the trend,
fell on their
man.
face.
Right now, it's Sean McVay's tree, right? She's got one.
Oh.
Kevin O'Connell's got.
Yeah.
I mean, that's that. Look, there's one in with the Chargers. There's one in Minnesota. All these young boy geniuses, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the trend. Hire the Aaron Rodgers guys. Oh, I mean, maybe it's not Aaron Rodgers made them. They must have made Aaron Rodgers. I'm not really sure that that's right. All right, how do you feel about a guy from Texas named Toppin hopping to New Mexico to be hooping for your Lobos? That's next on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Getting by is getting
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better.
Next month is when we're going to Lobo Hoops. We got a power forward commit. A young man was in town for the Boise State football game. Jaden Toppin, 6'8" power forward. I would go over and close that door, but then there would be nobody to talk right now. Hey, Marie. Here we go. Jaden Toppin, 7'1" wingspan, 6'8". Recruited by Arizona State, Tulsa, George Washington. Comes to the Lobos. His highlight tape looks nice. He is long. He is a 3-star prospect, and he is the first recruit for next year's signing class. And I said this earlier. It feels like Richard Pitino is recruiting the right way. It feels like, I trust him in regards to the type of athlete that's come in. You're going to need to see a result this year, I understand. But he had needs that need to fill this last offseason. It feels like he filled them. And he's got a terrific backcourt. And, again, when I see a guy come down the ramp in shorts is when I get excited. I don't get overly joyous about reading about recruits and seeing pictures at a football game. However, this feels like a nice one.
You say good job, good effort. And even when someone signs, he said he wants to sign an early signing period in November. All that stuff can change. It's a long time until that young man's going to be on campus. So just say, all right, look forward to seeing you as a Lobo.
Woof, woof, woof.
And then when he's playing that first exhibition game, you can go, let's go.
Yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, that looks nice. All right. I guess I ruffled some feathers here.
Uh-oh.
What?
Wah, wah.
Well, it's all right.
Ruffling feathers.
So Jack says, Jeff, you might not want to talk about it, but butts in the seats are as important as the win total. I'm not sure I agree with that. If Gonzalez can't create interest, he will be gone. You can't pay for a D1 program to run $15,000 unless they start playing a second big dollar game every season. I'm going to tell you, if this coach can't generate interest in football and win, while he wins, I'm not sure who you think will. And why? So you're going to fire him if he starts winning, but the attendance is down. You're going to fire him for that? Is that what you're telling me, Jack? If they win, it's not about this year. This coach is not getting fired after this season, unless something ridiculously unpredictable happens. Okay, but you really believe if they go 7-5 next year, and the attendance stays where it is, he's getting fired? That's not right. He's not. Ron says, guess what the number one topic of discussion was at the game Saturday, Jeff? It was attendance. I was talking to Lobo fans while looking at all the empty seats. I was told they weren't in love with this conference. Old school fans remember playing BYU and Utah. Really old school remember playing Arizona State. They still think that's the level a league Lobo Athletics should be in. Utah State, Nevada, etc. don't bring the heat. They don't make people want to go to the games. It's from Ron. Okay, old school. How much more old school is a rivalry to get than the one you were playing the other night? Ron, I mean, I don't know. 80 times they played UTEP. Isn't that about as old school? And you know what these other schools are saying? The ones that you're like, yeah, whatever, Utah State, Nevada didn't bring the heat. You know what Nevada fans are saying and Utah State fans are saying? It's like, ugh, New Mexico. Like, they don't bring the heat. I want to play. Every fan base thinks that they're better than they are. And they should be in a better league.
Yes, they do.
And as much as Lobo fan, you're not going to another league unless you show up. And so as much as Ron, you're sitting there saying Utah State, Nevada, they're saying New Mexico.
Yeah, Lobo fans have never embraced the Mountain West, and that's on you. That's not on Bob Davie. That's not on Danny Gonzalez. That's on you sitting in the stands, wishing about the past. You can talk about the past. BYU and Utah are long gone. You have a conference that's good for the level you are as a program. And the longer you want to keep downplaying it and saying it's not good enough, then stop complaining about, oh, no one's here. It's because you've never embraced it. You've never looked at it and said, yeah, let's go win the Mountain West. It's always been about, oh, you remember BYU? You remember Utah? They're gone. Like, deal with it.
Oh, my God.
Is there any fan
Put
base
your big boy pants on and look at what's in front of you.
in this league who has embraced it? Would Wyoming be the only one? Every single fan base thinks that they should be in the Pac-12 or the Big 12. Every one of these leagues.
And that's what's happened, too, is with conference realignment,
Mhm.
everyone, and really more people than ever before, knowing budgets, athletic departments, recruiting, television contracts, Colorado State, San Diego State, Boise State.
All of them.
All of them are like, we need to be somewhere else. This sucks. We need more money.
Fresno
Well,
State,
you're not going anywhere,
UNLV,
man.
Air Force.
Keep writing those stories in the San Diego Union Tribune.
Yeah.
Of how the Aztecs are going to be in the Pac-12.
Every day. Every day. Meanwhile, they're 1-2 and they scored 7 points at Utah and didn't cross midfield until the second half. Colorado State, build a new stadium. What have you done? Air Force, your coach says we need to be in a different league. Boise State, I mean, just because you're
Like, there's
Boise
good-
State.
I don't understand why. And
no, this could be a good league. This could be a good league.
like you, Air Force, Colorado State,
I know.
Wyoming, like the regional rivalries. Like this is the one conference, even with it extending to California, that makes sense. Outside, like that in the Pac-12. Like it does make sense. Overall, you have Mountain, you have West. Schools all on the same level. Schools that have an opportunity to compete and win games. Quality opponents. And so many people have never bought into the Mountain West on the football side.
Dan says, Jeffrey, Juan, Jose, Ana Maria, can I be honest? Where the program is, where the fan base is, where the conference is, there's no way to support 6 home games. 6 should be the limit in years New Mexico State plays in Albuquerque. Otherwise, Lobo football should only play 5. When NMSU plays in Albuquerque, you should play New Mexico State, Timbuktu State, 4 Mountain West Conference teams, a big dollar national opponent, and a regional opponent, Texas Tech, BYU, Arizona State. And he says when they're away, they should play at New Mexico State, at a national opponent, at a regional opponent. He says they should. No, I disagree with that. That's not being fair to your football team either. Again, how much do you weigh the attendance piece in the importance of the whole thing? That's not fair to your football team. And you're still selling season tickets the same number? You can't. There's something to what Jack said. And it wasn't Jack, it was Ron. On people never buying into the schedule or the teams. But if you're going to sit here and tell me it's all about playing those old traditional, you played UTEP the other day. How more old and traditional does it get than that, other than New Mexico State? If you're telling me it's about the old school fans around here, whatever reason you guys all love playing UTEP. Okay, that's who you play. Well, the state fair and stop it. Again, whatever the reasons are, it's a struggle. But every fan base in this league, I will march you down from Fresno State. Maybe San Jose State fans don't think that they should be playing in the Pac-12. Maybe Hawaii fans don't, although I'm not sure that's right. And maybe Wyoming. And maybe Nevada, although they haven't bought into this league. UNLV does, Fresno State does, San Diego State does, Air Force does, Colorado State does, Boise State does, Utah. They all think they
You know
should
how
play
you
in
get
New
there?
Mexico. Win and support your
By
program.
being really good at where you're at.
Yeah.
Okay, so if the stadium was full and we lost, would people be happy?
That's such a good question. That is so
I'm serious. Like,
dead on.
so the Lobos, I mean, you guys have talked and done a great job. Lobos did great, played a great game, won, and okay, the attendance. But like, okay, so let's say we fill up next time we're home,
So
fill up the
good.
stadium, and we lose. Are people like, it's okay, we filled up the
no,
stadium?
No, then they're not going because you lost, because you should be better than everybody you
Like,
play.
what do you
No,
want?
you're right. You're right.
Can't
And
win in this town.
You should be better than everybody you play. And like I'm just telling you, you're going to LSU. I watched the LSU press conference yesterday and the broadcast.
Are we gonna get
on
Brian
it.
Kelly on here?
No, we're not.
Dang
That's a
it!
little above our
But
pay grade.
he barely mentioned New Mexico. Listen to the radio guys try to figure out who New Mexico was. It's an afterthought, how they're going to run it up on New Mexico. Brian Kelly read from his sheet and told me, and it's known that Danny Gonzalez is a great offensive mind. What? They
don't care about
you are roadkill to them.
Yeah.
Just like you don't like so how do we get there? And I don't know the answer anymore, man. And that's why I kind of told you I'm over it. But we'll go through today and deal with it. 505-246-0610. We'll hear from you as you're ringing the phones when we get back. 888-922-0610. And your emails are coming in, Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com, JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. It's the opening drive. Glad you're with us on whatever day today is. Tuesday on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am an Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years.
505-246-0610. Let's go. Harry, thanks for holding. Good morning.
Hey, Jeff, thank you very much for taking my call. I just want to say you and JJ, I just enjoy you guys putting the facts out there and bashing the fans here. I just think that excuses are like, you know what, everybody's got one, and I think we need to put those in the seats there at UNM Stadium. Thank you guys for supporting UNM, and I love what Danny's put it on the field. It's a great product.
Thank you, Harry. Appreciate you. Vince, good morning. How you feeling?
Hey, good morning, fellas. Hey, Louisville fans, this is coming from a minor. That's a considerably better football team this year than last year. Danny's making some strides. The talent on both sides of the ball is a lot better. Obviously, Saturday night, Rocky Long he caused fits with UTEP, and that's typical Rocky Long. If you ever read the Mike Leach book, he talks about one person having to coach against. The schemes that Rocky Long would throw at you were just unbelievable. And so I honestly think that game was won on the defensive side of the ball.
100%.
But Danny's building something here. And, guys, we need to get out there and support the program. It's not like we've had this storied tradition where, they've got to go to a bowl every year. He is truly building something, and that talent is improving. Execution is improving. And, people need to get out there and support this team. I thought there'd be more people out there. I get the whole state fair thing. LSU, guys, that's a check. We're going to pick up a check, try not to get too banged up, and then continue on the next week. That's all that is. But, folks, this is a better product, much better product than it was last year, so get on board. This is a really good team. Let's watch what they do the rest of the year.
Thank you,
Thanks, guys.
Vince. Thank you. All right, 505-246-0610. I can't agree more that it's a better product. I was talking to George Carter after the broadcast on Saturday night, and I think you and I had this conversation, JJ. If your eyes don't tell you that they're a better football team, then I'm not sure we're watching, and I really question whether or not you know the game.
And I think that's where the last couple weeks went in regards to attendance. It doesn't feel like a productive conversation in terms of trying to talk about football. And at this point in time, if you want to see something, well, they've shown you something.
Yeah.
And that was a moment against a regional rival, a team that so many people talk about all the time. Why aren't we playing UTEP? We should play them in basketball. We should play them in football. And it was one of the things like, all right, let's let it play out. Instead of having this conversation where people are bashing their heads against the wall. You have the people that will talk about attendance, saying why they're not going. They're not changing at this point in
Right,
time.
those people aren't going.
And the people that call in and say, hey, support football, and then don't tell me what to do. And that's why we stopped talking about it, because it's not a productive conversation, and I don't think anyone would sit here and listen to this argument 30 minutes every day.
I promise that. No, I that's right. This is interesting. Rod says perception is reality, Jefferson. When you have the usual suspects constantly on their hands and knees begging people to buy tickets, begging people to go to the games, I think the perception is Lobo football isn't any good. They need to create an impression that a Lobo football ticket has value, something that has scarcity. To do this, we need to admit there's never going to be 35,000 in that place again. Until we do this, things will never change. Davalos adding those seats and having to fill them has been an albatross around Lobo Athletics' neck for almost 2 decades. We tear down the east side grandstand, replace it with some premium seats, chairbacks, not suites, which have been a disaster across the street, restrooms and a food court where fans can get something other than cold Lobo dogs, watered down Cokes, and empty hot chocolate dispensers. This should bring the capacity to University Stadium down to no more than 30 to 32,000, which is a much more manageable number and more realistic of where the program at Mountain West Conference is. It's from Rod. It's interesting. First of all, I don't think at that time when you were filling the place, it was the right thing to do to enclose the stadium on that north end and put in those seats. I don't think that's been the issue. Okay, it's interesting though. Would you reconfigure the stadium, take that east side, and do something different with it? Would you?
That would. Man, that would.
It'd be a lot of money.
People would be complaining because when the sun goes down, you're staring right in the sun.
Let me tell you something, okay?
So if you're trying to put premium seats where the sun is going down,
Yeah.
bashing you, people are going to complain and be like, why am I paying premium price for that? But if you did, like, you know, where would the money come from, right? You don't have that money. But if you invested in a game-changing area, like open seating, food court, beer, but you had it open to both sides, and then you added bleachers to the east side, then all of a sudden you could be like, you could sell some premium tickets for soccer events, track and field, because if you had it open on both sides, you don't think maybe a couple of people go, yeah, I'll go watch a soccer game from this area? That is not a bad idea.
I don't hate the idea as far as rethinking.
Because the east side is a ghost land.
It is. And you know, it's funny, for our game, for New Mexico Bowl, we try to sell more tickets over there. A, for obviously for the television side, but B, that's where you want to be in December because it's warmer.
When it gets colder.
Right?
Yeah.
Because the sun is actually hitting you, and it's colder on the other side. And you know, we're playing on one of the shortest days of the year, right before the winter solstice, and cold, and the sun goes down by 3:30. You know, I was watching it, JJ, and by the way, I told you 6:37. That tree was in shade. So 6 o'clock starts. We're talking about a couple games a year, and because the press box is so high, they're in the shade by 6:30 anyway over there. Right? Is it hot? Is it, look, I'm listening to all kinds of stuff, where the money is coming from. I think their number one priority is premium seating, okay? Whether that means redoing the press box, suites, club level seating, whatever it is. I think premium seating is an issue. But for fan experience who wants to go to a game, yeah. Look, whenever United gets a new stadium, and they will, it's going to be the new shiny stadium, and everybody's going to want to go see the new stadium. Look at the buzz Colorado State created around their new stadium. Look at San Diego State, what's happening with the new stadium. There's something to the new shiny thing, right? And when United gets theirs, everybody's, oh my gosh, it's so great, we got to go because it's a new stadium. Okay? There's a lot of reasons. I don't hate the idea. Look, could capacity be 30,000 and you'd be good? Yeah, you would be. Yeah, if it's nice. All right. Actually, that was a sane conversation. I didn't hate that one. You suckered me in. JJ told me we went to break. He's like, you hook, line, and sinker. They got you. You did. You did. You got me. But that was relatively sane on that. All right. News this morning. Cole Beasley signed to the practice squad for the Tampa Bay Bucks because they have no more receivers right now. Where's Julian Edelman? When's he signing?
He might be considering a phone call from Tom Brady.
Right? Where's Gronk? Is this about time you're ringing Gronk's phone? I say that with actually all sincerity.
Lob him a phone call.
Yeah. With all sincerity. Who do I got? Who is it? All right. Well, I don't know. Well, you want me to take it without knowing who it is? All right. Who are you? You're on the air. Who is this? Hey, Louis. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's fair. Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, but let me tell you this. Yeah, but here's what I do know from experience, and I appreciate the call. We got to go because we're out of show, but I appreciate it. I will tell you this. I New Mexico Bowl, I sell out of all the premium seating.
People want food and drinks.
I sell out
We're
of
not
all of
talking about, a place where, you're just paying more for a chair back.
Yeah.
Like, it would be like something you haven't seen, like food court ideas, like what's going on at Snapdragon,
Yep.
what they're doing at Colorado State.
I sell out. Yeah, I sell out the End Zone Club, the
And-
Zia Club, the suites, the tents.
By
all
the
that.
way, Lobo tickets are super affordable right now.
Yeah. All right. Thanks to Jerry Kill with us today. A. Marie, Adrian, great work. Jim Rohn shows next. followed by The Herd with Colin Coward, then Two Men On, and then Ice Baseball. We're back tomorrow morning with award-winning radio. Starting at 7 a.m. Big day for you.
Huge day.
Enjoy it, please. Be good to each other. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of